Okay, we are going to be working on question 14C from section 11.3 in this video. Okay, the question says, in the following figures, solve for x. So in 14C, we've got two parallel lines. So assume that these two lines are parallel that I just put on here. And we also have a transversal cutting those parallel lines. And we also have a triangle in here. This is side BC. And here we have side AC. And we're told that, can you see at the bottom of problem C, it gives you two hints. It says the measure of CAD is twice the measure of BAC.
Right.
All right, so we're going to use those hints to help us solve here. So for angle CAD is twice BAC, so I'm going to call angle BACX. Probably I shouldn't call it that because it wants us to label this one as X. Angle
Correct.
C. Okay, so instead, let's call it Y. And then we're told that angle CAD is twice that measure. So I'm just going to call that one 2Y. And then we're also told angle CBE is twice angle ABC. So I'm going to call angle ABC Z. And then angle CBE, there's an E over here, would be 2Z. All right, now using this information, we are supposed to find angle X. So in class, we talked about if you have a parallelogram, the two adjacent sides of your parallelogram add up to a certain value. Do you remember what that would be, Erin?
It's 180.
Yeah, it's 180.
Okay, so we don't have a full parallelogram here, but we have half of a parallelogram. We've got these opposite sides that are parallel. And if we put on another parallel line right here, you could see that we had a parallelogram. So this is always going to be true. Whenever you have parallel lines cut by a transversal, these two adjacent interior angles will add up to 180. So that tells me that here I have 1Z plus 2Z. So we've got 3Z plus 3Y is going to equal 180. And I think this is a student calling to join in. Hello? I have to step away for a moment. Can you talk together and take it from there, and I'll be right back?
Sure.
Sure.
Step out of there.
Hi.
I think my question was, it doesn't tell us that these two lines are parallel. So when I was trying to think, because this was one of the three questions that Sheena had said that we were going to go over. So I'm glad that you brought that one up. But I was like, I didn't know if that for sure, are we to assume? She said to assume that those are parallel lines, but is that, I don't know what made it allowed to be able to do that. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
that's where I kind of get confused on a lot of these. I mean, to me, if they look like they're running parallel, I'm going to assume automatically that they're parallel and go from there.
Well, yeah, but then question 8 was like determine whether they're parallel lines or not. So now I'm like, wait, so that made me confused. Like, are we to not assume that they're all parallel? So that would be my biggest question there. I think on this one, we're doing C, right?
Yeah, we're on 14C, sectional.
Okay, so our question together that we both had was when you initially started, you said assume these two lines are parallel. Now, because of question 8, I've been skeptical to assume that any lines are parallel because question 8 asked us to find out, to prove whether they're parallel or not. So then would it have been safe just to assume that those are parallel? And if so,
Oh, it told us that right underneath the picture in question C, it's given that they're parallel.
Oh, I see it. K is parallel to
parallel
L.
Yeah.
oh my God.
And I have to admit, when I did this problem, I was driving myself crazy because I didn't notice the hints below the
Well,
picture.
and I even wrote that. I even wrote it in my notes. And I still just
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
this
God.
11.3, 14C.
I've got so much writing on here that it's kind of been sorry. Okay, thank you. That clears up. a
Okay,
lot.
well, anyway, we have 3x plus 3y equals 180. Are you both clear on that relationship and why that is?
yes.
So now I'm going to factor 3 out of 3z plus 3y. So I have 3 times parentheses z plus y equals 180. And now I can divide both sides by 3. Three divided by 3 cancels to 1. So I have z plus y is 60.
60.
Now, is that going to help me in any way? Yes, it is. Here's
It's
y plus z is 60. And I know a relationship. What is the sum of the angles in any triangle?
180.
180.
Yeah.
So z plus y plus x has to be 180. But I already know z plus y is 60. So 60 plus x would have to be 180. And now I can subtract 60 from both sides. So what's x?
120.
120. I think that was the hardest part of question 14. Okay,
I'm
so
sorry. I keep sniffling, but my nose just keeps running. I'm sorry.
all right. Okay, I'm going to, does everybody have that written down?
Yes.
Okay, so Erin, it is your turn to
My turn. Okay.
problem.
16, please.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording and start it again.